If you've known me for any length of time, you know that I'm a lifelong Windows user. I've never used a Mac for any significant amount of time, so getting my first Mac last week has been quite an adventure. My initial impression of macOS is that it's customizable in more meaningful ways than I expected, while still being able to tout that ease of use that they've always advertised. But some of the default settings and some of the behaviors of macOS are a little bit jarring, distracting, or slow. So without wasting too much more of your time, here are the top adjustments that I make to get a new Mac tuned up to my liking. The first is a really straightforward one, which is simplifying the animations and behavior of the dock. The dock can be pretty flexible in its arrangement, and Apple's artistic flair really shines with the genie animation. But for me, it's very slow and a little bit irritating, so the first thing that I like to do is turn that genie animation off. In System Preferences, you're going to click on Dock and Menu Bar. From there, you're going to see a little drop-down menu with the genie animation, and it gives you two options, Genie and Scale. The scale animation is a lot quicker and a lot less frilly, while still maintaining that visual indicator that you're opening or minimizing applications. In that same area, I like to select the option to minimize applications to their icon in the dock instead of to the side of the dock. This cleans up the dock a lot for me and really makes it feel more static, and I really like the operating system controls to be static, there, largely unchanging, and kind of in the way but out of the way at the same time. The second thing that's of crucial importance to me is changing where the Photos app stores its library. Now obviously this is a little bit different from just managing file storage. The Photos app syncs with iCloud, and so when it does that, it pulls all the photos that you've taken on your phone or other devices and pulls them down into a specific library. Now for me, I bought the M1 Mac Mini with the lowest amount of internal storage because external storage is just a lot cheaper, and the Thunderbolt ports and even the USB ports are just fast enough that I don't really need to spend the extra money on a lot of internal storage. But that also means that I don't want iCloud photos taking up a bunch of space on my internal storage. I want to save it for important things. So to change where the photo library is stored, you'll just follow 3 quick steps. First, move the library from the Pictures folder in the Finder to your preferred destination, be that a different folder or your external hard drive. Second, double-click the library to open it in the Photos app. Then for the third step, you'll open the preferences for the photo app, go into the General tab, and make sure it's showing the right library location, and then click the button that says Use as System Photo Library. That sets the library as the default to which iCloud will sync. Because I have a higher storage external drive, I also like to tell it to download the full quality original images to the computer. My third tip is to enable the status bar and the drive path in Finder windows and to sort folders before files. It's weird to me that at least the status bar isn't visible by default, but it's not very hidden and even accessible via keyboard shortcut, but I just like to toggle them and leave them as is. To show the information bars, just open a Finder window, click View in the menu bar, then select Show Path Bar and Show Status Bar. Another important Finder setting that I like is to keep folders on top in Windows. This is in the Advanced Preferences. It tells the Finder to always sort the folders first, which dramatically cleans up your file arrangement. Finally, we have 2 mouse-related things that are especially useful for anyone using a non-Apple conventional mouse. macOS is really focused on trackpad by default, so the default arrangement is called natural scrolling, which changes the scrolling directions to match the way your fingers will move on a touch scrolling device like a trackpad or a Magic Mouse. That doesn't work so well for conventional mice. So open up your System Preferences, go to Mouse, and switch that off right away. The second is a little bit more complex. macOS is designed to use scrolling acceleration, which basically just means that the longer you scroll in a direction, the faster it goes, which really helps scrolling to feel more natural and more versatile when you're using a touch scrolling device. If you're not, however, it feels really jarring and it feels like you have less control. And although there isn't a setting for that, there is a quick fix. So I've addressed that in a previous video. I'll put a link in the cards in the top of the video right now. If you do want to correct that, you can follow my tutorial and get that done really quickly. For anyone who's anticipating or setting up your first Mac for the first time, I hope this is useful for you. If you liked it, please help out the channel by giving that like button below a little poke, and we'll see you next time.